So this is the second part of video 2. There's a lot of information with sleep, so I had to continue it on to the next video. This one's going to look at sleep theories and sleep disorders. So first off, why do we sleep? Originally, psychologists thought we slept because our neurons disconnected from each other and we simply just drifted off. It was really hard to research sleep. Now, thanks to EEGs, and different scans, we can kind of look at what's happening to the behavior. But for a while, in reality, we don't have complete answers to all of it. So these are theories to try and explain it. So here's the 5 theories. Make sure you stop it, write them down. First one is inactivity theory. This is the theory for protection. So long ago, they believed that the reason why our brain is actually sleeping is because it's for protection and survival. At night, our ancestors were safer if they didn't move around because there was no light to see. So over time, our bodies have adapted to this need, and that's why we sleep. Okay, now we have light so we can move around at all times. However, our bodies did not evolve that way from the beginning. Another theory is the restoration theory for recuperation. It allows our body to recuperate. It helps us restore and repair brain tissue. When our consciousness leaves our house, the idea is that these little brain construction workers come in and actually are repairing things that are happening. So sleep allows us to recuperate. Some people believe sleep is a growth process. Sleep can help play a role in the growth process. During deep sleep, the pituitary gland releases a growth hormone. And as we age, we release less of the growth hormone and spend less time in deep sleep. So some people believe it actually allows us to grow. That's why sleep is so important to adolescents and to new babies. Memory consolidation is another theory. They believe that we're actually making memories and consolidating our memories. New research shows that we're consolidating our thoughts. People ask us to recall tasks after a night's sleep, and they usually recall them better. They say that the memory and allowing us to sleep and consolidate those thoughts is more beneficial. And then some people believe it fosters creative thinking. Dreaming and sleep can foster a creative mind, which allows us to be more creative. So these are the different theories, the 5 different theories of why we sleep. In your notes, it might be helpful to jot down the sleep disorder table. And as we go through each of the different sleep disorders, you might want to write a short description of what's going on, and then state some facts. So here you might write down the definition of the term, and then jot down some different facts, symptoms maybe that happen with each of the different disorders. So the first one is insomnia. So the insomnia is characterized as the disorder where individuals have problems falling asleep or staying asleep. Here's some facts. 1 in 10 adults deal with insomnia at some point in their life. It impacts the neurotransmitter GABA, which we talked about before. We have tips for reducing it. If you're experiencing insomnia, exercise, but maybe not at night. Milk, they say, can help stimulate serotonin. They also say to turn your lights down earlier to bedtime. Avoid caffeine. No TV, a lot of loud noises and stimuli before bed. Do not check the clock. That can psychologically kind of stress you out. Avoid pills and alcohol that aggravate the problem. So all of these can kind of be under the fact column. Narcolepsy is a disorder are described by individuals experiencing periodic overwhelming of sleepiness. So all of a sudden they want to fall asleep or they don't want to. It just happens to their body. So this would be the definition. And here's some facts. They fall into a deep sleep. Orexin hormones linked to the sleepiness. It helps with alertness, and people lack this hormone. It can be treated with medication and behavioral strategies, but there's no cure for narcoleptics. It worsens when your emotions are high, and it often lasts less than 10 minutes, but it can be very deadly. It can be dangerous for individuals. Think about people who are narcoleptics and drive. That could be very dangerous for the individuals and for others. Sleep apnea is characterized by a sleep disorder where individuals struggle with breathing while sleeping. Apnea actually means no breaths. So there's the definition. Here's some facts. 1 out of 20 adults actually experience sleep apnea. It causes a lack of deep sleep. After an airless minute, there is a decrease in oxygen, which arouses your body to snort for air and wake up. It causes them to feel fatigue and depressed over and over again because they're not getting enough sleep. Sleep apnea is often linked to obesity, and many people with sleep apnea actually get the CPAP machine that blows air into your nose via the mask, and it keeps your airways open and unobstructed. So here's a man with sleep apnea. Sleepwalking is a sleep disorder that impacts individuals in stage 3 and 4 of deep sleep. They're unaware that their body is capable of walking. It does not happen during REM, it happens during stage 3 and 4, and it tends to run in families and young children. The hormone that helps paralyze the muscles while you sleep is not released, which allows them to actually mobilize. And again, this hormone change usually happens with younger children. Sleep paralysis is when a person awakes and temporarily experiences the inability to move, speak, and react. And here's some facts. It's a transitional state between wakefulness and sleep, and it's characterized by a complete muscle atonia. So you experience muscle weakness. So your brain has essentially woken up, but your body and your muscles haven't. One theory is that it results from disrupting REM sleep, which normally induces complete muscle atonia to prevent the sleeper from acting out his dreams. And then last but not least, there's a difference between night terrors and nightmares. So make sure you know the difference between the two. Night terrors occur during stage 4 in the sleep cycle. Individuals shout out and scream in their sleep. Their heart rate also increases and breathing increases. It usually occurs in children, and typically they do not remember their dreams, but it makes their parents aware. So they don't remember anything that happened in stage 4. Nightmares are very similar to dreams. They occur during REM sleep. These are vivid dreams that cause individuals to wake up in fear with their heart pounding. They feel like it really happened and it's similar to a dream. Nightmares are remembered.